Okay, let's look at an example how you can convert state equations into transfer function. So let's say an example given to you, x dot, that is in vector form, is equal to 0 1 minus 2 minus 3 x plus 0 1 u, and y is equal to 1 0 x plus 0 u. X are the state variables. This is the differentiation of x variables. These all are in matrix form or vector form, you can say. U is your input, y is output. Okay, now you have to form transfer function of this state equation. You have to form transfer function. Now the value of a is 0 1 minus 2 minus 3. We know si minus a, which will be written as s into in identity matrix. So s 0 0 s, identity matrix multiplied by s, minus 0 1 minus 2 minus 3. So s minus a, si minus a. So if you will subtract these two, you will get s minus 1 2 s plus 3. Okay, if you will take the inverse, so there is a trick. You just have to replace these two guys, means exchange these two guys. So s plus 3 s, and these two guys will be at the same position but will be multiplied with minus sign. So this will become 1, this will become minus 2, and outside you will multiply with 1 divided by determinant. Determinant is s into s plus 3 minus of minus 2. Okay, determinant, so it will become plus 2. So 1 divided by determinant, these two guys are exchanged, s and s plus 3, and these two guys are in same position but will be multiplied with minus 1. So you will get this. So this is your si minus a inverse. Just I have taken 2 cross 2 matrix inverse. Now our formula is y by u, that is transfer function, output divided by input, is equal to c si minus a inverse b plus d, where d is given 0, so there won't be any d. So c si minus a inverse b. Now plug the values. C is 1 0, and si minus a inverse is this guy, whole thing, and then b is 0 1. Okay, now if you will multiply these guys, so this is 2 cross 2 and this is 2 cross 1, so the overall product will be 2 cross 1, 1s, s plus 3 into 0, 1 into 1, that will be 1, minus 2 into 0, s into 1, that will give you s. Okay, now this is a constant term, so it will come outside. It is not a means constant, I should not say constant, it is a scalar term, so it will come in front. You can take in the front, and these two vectors you can multiply. So this is 1 0, this is 1 s, 1 cross 2 into 2 cross 1. Okay, 1 cross 2 into 2 cross 1, you can see the size of the vector. So it will become 1 cross 1. So 1 into 1, 0 into s, so it will become 1. So overall you will get 1 upon s, s plus 3 plus 2. So this is your transfer function y by u. Okay, and it is closed loop transfer function. Okay, it is considering all the feedbacks and all, everything. It is not a open loop transfer function. And one more thing you can do here, if you will open this up, 1 upon s square plus 3s plus 2, so you can see it's a second order system. So how we write second order system, you can compare this with uh, second order system, that is omega n square divided by s square plus 2 zeta omega n s plus omega n square. Okay, so if you will see, if you can compare, if I divide multiply by under root 2, you will be able to see, like, you can extract the values of zeta and omega n. Okay, that you already know. So if you want to, if you want me to do it, then here if I'll multiply divide by 1 by 2, and here 2, so this will become a constant. This will be omega n square, and so omega n will be under root 2, and 2 zeta omega n will be 3. If you will compare this, omega n is under root 2 divided by root 2 root 2, zeta will come out to be 3 divided by 2 under root 2. So this is just extra information I was telling you. Okay, so you can even calculate the values of zeta, omega, and if it is a second order system. So it's a CLTF, not OLTF. And this also you can say it can this is the characteristic equation, this denominator. Okay, uh, means that I'll talk about later. So just I wanted to say it's a closed loop transfer function, so all the properties which we were applying on closed loop transfer function will be valid here. So this method gives you closed loop transfer function. Okay. Okay, so let's see how we can judge the stability of system from state variables. So just I was talking to you in last video. The transfer function was ys divided by us, that is c si minus a inverse b plus d. If you will open it, this guy, inverse guy, so it will be adjoint of si minus a divided by determinant of si minus a. Okay, and then you will take the LCM, it will get multiplied with d as well. So total numerator is c adjoint si minus a plus into b plus si minus a determinant into d, divide by denominator it has si minus a determinant. Okay, so the denominator of CLTF represents characteristic equation whose roots are poles of closed loop transfer function. So denominator represents the characteristic equation, that is this guy si minus a mod is equal determinant is equal to 0. This is the characteristic equation. Okay, denominator is representing, and the poles of this equation will be the poles of closed loop transfer function. And for stability, the poles should lie on the left half of S plane. That is the condition. Okay, so first thing is denominator will be representing characteristic equation of a transfer function, which is this guy. That's how you represent, and when you solve this, you will get the stability. If all the poles are in left half of S plane, then it is stable. If it is on j omega axis, then it is marginal stable, and if they lie on the right half of S plane, it is unstable. Okay, you know this stuff, right? So y by u is equal to 1 upon s square plus 3s plus 2. This was our last example. So here you can see the denominator is representing the determinant of si minus a. This is what we have calculated in the denominator, the determinant of si minus a. If I will equate it to 0, this denominator, if I'll equate it to 0 and I'll solve it, you'll get s is equal to, this is discriminant rule, minus 3 plus minus under root b square minus 4ac. Under root b square is 3 square, 9 minus 4 ac. A is 1, c is 2, so 4 into 1 into 2, that is 8. So 9 minus 8 is 1. So minus 3 plus minus 1 divided by 2, minus 3 plus minus 1 divided by 2. If you will solve it, you will get minus 4 divided by 2 and minus 2 divided by 2. So one root is minus 2, one root is minus 1. That is a square equation, so maximum 2 roots will be there. They both are in left half of S plane, that is why the system is stable. Okay, so you saw an example and how to judge stability from state variables. First convert it into transfer function, its transfer function, and from its denominator Okay, one more thing I wanted to mention here is these roots are the roots of the characteristic equation are called as eigenvalues as well. Okay, this you have to remember. So all the properties of eigenvalues will also be applicable. These roots are eigenvalues of this equation. Okay, so one thing this you have to remember. So the roots are eigenvalue. So